two things. Can you explain dollar cost averaging? But before you explain dollar cost averaging, what is the short term? So you say if you need the money short term, it should not be aggressively invested. What's short term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. What in your opinion, what is that term?
That's a great question. And you're going to get different answers depending on who you ask. I like going back to history. I like leaning on the numbers. Bear markets, every single bear market since 1950 has taken an average of 2 years to recover its losses. So that's my really rough rule of thumb. If you need this money in the next 2 years, it's probably better to sit it in something safer, cash, bonds. It's probably best not to invest that in the stock market. But again, rough rule of thumb, it's different for every person. You're going to hear a lot of different answers on that.
I
And I'm
love
so glad you brought up dollar cost averaging because you hear that term thrown around Wall Street a lot. It's basically a really fancy term for putting in a set amount of money on a set schedule into the stock market. And what that helps you do is remove your emotions from your investing. And it helps you diversify. I mean, we talk about the word all the time, but it helps you buy in at different spots in the market because you're not trying to time when the market will be low versus when it'll be high. You're just investing on the first day of every month, the 15th of every month, the last day of the month. You're not even playing that game of trying to test the dips.
I'm a big dollar cost averaging and have done it both obviously in my retirement account, but I have non-retirement investment accounts. And we just set a certain amount every month and put it in no matter what happens. It's on set it and forget it. And it has worked quite well for me and my husband. And we're teaching it to our children and they're doing it as well. You're right, it takes the emotion out of it.
Right. And for a majority of people, dollar cost averaging, setting it and forgetting it works really well. It's the best approach you can have while maintaining your sanity. And we all want to sleep at night, right?
Right.
We're not all, and we shouldn't be stock market gurus who like watching lines on charts go up and down, right? So if you're just trying to build wealth, if you're not interested in, following the stock market's every moves, I get it. And dollar cost averaging is probably the approach you want to take.